Oh, what the heck? Okay, so you can actually buy them. It's actually in a little bit of a shop. So I was actually trying to find the evolutionary item you get for Applin. And it's actually in this little hut in the Mossfell confluence at the corner of this map. You get syrupy apples at this little shop here. It's a shop without a shopkeeper, but the sign says 500 bucks each for a syrupy apple. A peculiar apple that can make a certain species of Pokemon evolve. It's exceptionally syrupy. So that's how you get the evolutionary item. If I go here, I should be able to evolve you. Unfortunately, I do not have a shiny form of Applin, but this'll do. Ta-da! Diplin. It's a slightly bigger apple. It's a candy apple Pokemon. Diplin is 2 creatures in 1 Pokemon. Its evolution was triggered by a special apple grown only in 1 place. That doesn't really explain much, but we got Diplin. So I guess it's only this little hut in this corner here that probably grows syrupy apples. As a matter of fact, I think I'm just gonna buy 1 more. Yeah, I'll just buy 1 more just in case I get a shiny one. What do you got to talk about? That little hut is so weird. No one's ever there. I mean, maybe the farmer passed away. Or maybe you can take over it. Indeedy. God, the tech... I really love the texture detail they made for these Pokemon. It's so, like, a little bit realistic. But not too realistic, which is what I love. I don't want Pokemon to be too realistic. I mean, Detective Pikachu was enough. It was just enough. Greedent. Let's use Mega Horn. Oh, that wasn't even enough. Oh no. Use counter? Why the fuck a fat ass squirrel would have counter? Let's actually use Nutmeg. I haven't used you yet. We'll use Discharge. Really? Fucking really? I mean, it's only Super Fang and only does like half of its base HP. Alright, now it's dead. Oh, that should do it. At least there's nobody around to see me lose. I mean, you got that right. I can't believe it took down my Samurott with a counter. Little friggin' fat ass. Alright. So now we just have to find the evolutionary item to evolve Poltergeist into Sinistcha. Yeah, I thought maybe like the candy apple or the syrupy apple would have been like just lying around in that farm area, but it actually had a little shop. But wouldn't those apples just be rotten, just sitting there? Or does it have that like magical Pokemon effect where it's just never ending rotten, like it never rots or something like that? All right, let us journey to the Wistful Wilds. Or is that how you call it? The Wistful Fields. That's it. Ekans. So is it time for me now to talk about the Nintendo Direct? I've been holding off so much on it, but there was a lot of story stuff that was taken care of. So I was talking about the DLC and stuff. So I guess I could talk about like the remasters and remakes that they talked about. There were actually like 4 of them coming out. As I said, I think it's that time in the Nintendo Switch era where there's not a lot of new games coming out lately, but more of like remakes of old games. I think they're actually preparing to bring out the sequel to the Nintendo Switch console. I think they really are testing out the Switch 2. I just never like heard anything about it or like technical limitations it has, except for maybe like it's either 60 frames or it can actually run on 4K, much like the Xbox One and the PS4. Ah, that noise. It probably picked it up. So there was like 4 of them, actually 5. One of them is actually a remaster of the Game Boy Advance classic, Mario vs. Donkey Kong. And this was actually rumored by someone on Twitter. It was one of the rumors from someone on Twitter that pointed it out. It was either going to be that or an actual Donkey Kong adventure game. And honestly, I could go for anything with Donkey Kong at this point. Even if it's an old game. Like, even bring back fucking... maybe Donkey Konga for the Switch. Like, the Joy-Cons can act as, like, the bongos. Like, you just have to beat, like, just jam to the beat and stuff. I think that would be pretty nice. But now with that coming out, we're actually gonna witness the good old cutscenes with Mario having his old Italian jibber jabber. Actually, I'm not even sure if they're gonna do that, since it's probably gonna be like new voices, like new voice clips of Mario. And maybe Donkey Kong, since it's too recent. And even so, like, with Charles Martinet stepping out of the role as the Mario characters, or the plumbers, like, we don't even know who's gonna voice Mario at this point after, or when Super Mario Bros. Wonder comes out. What the hell is this place? Got these interesting looking trees. Oh, this has Oricorio and Lotad. I may have a feeling this is probably where Fezandipity is gonna show up. Because it's too, like, it's too peaceful. That is a lot of Lotads, holy shit. That is actually like lagging the frames just by looking at it. The other one, or the next one, showed us more of Super Mario RPG, which actually adds some new features, which I think, it got me thinking, like, what's the difference between a remake and a remaster? Oh. Oh, that's cool. This is probably where the signs are. It actually tells us the new locations of Ogre Austin. Maybe that's what the signs are for. But anyways, they showed us that you can actually change the music or the soundtrack from the new OST of Mario RPG with the classic. which is something that the Spiral Reignited trilogy actually did. And I thought that was actually a nice detail that they should be doing for more collections. Like maybe, I wanted to say the Crash Insane trilogy. They should have done that too. The other ones that they added was actually splash damage. So if you time your moves just right, you can actually damage all the enemies in the field instead of just a single enemy. So it's like splash damage. And now there's also a meter that you can fill up by doing perfect moves and perfect guardings. I think it's just perfect moves. And if that fills up, then the 3 selected characters in your party can actually do a super move, depending on which ones are actually out on your team. Which I thought that was pretty nice detail. And then they've also added replayable bosses. So I'm starting to think like if they ever, I'm pretty sure they added collects from the Final Fantasy IV game into the game. So I'm wondering if like, oh, pardon me. So I'm wondering if like you can actually do a replayable fight with that guy. He's probably gonna be hard as shit. I may have a feeling he's gonna be hard as shit since there's gonna be replayable bosses. Oh my god, it's my boy Clodsire. You don't have any moves. Good lord. Poltergeist, let's see what you got. You got Mega... Actually, no, it's Clodsire. It's poison and ground. Shit. That's not good. I might have to switch you out. But he's too much of a good boy. I have Scald, though. Oh, but that didn't do half its damage. It got burned. The luck factor. Oh, shit. That's right, it's part ghost type. Grass type or bug types are not effective against ghost types. At least from what I heard, that's not a... Oh, toxic. Jesus, okay. Had to do that to me. So yeah, I'm actually looking forward to Mario RPG. I still have my copy of the old one for the Super Nintendo with me. In fact, I think it's the only Super Nintendo game I have now. I shouldn't have been selling all the other SNES classics because of the Nintendo Switch Online. I had Goof Troop with me. I should have kept it. Yeah, I definitely should have kept it. I don't know what I was thinking. But I think that comes out in November. So then the next remaster they're actually doing is the first 3 Tomb Raider games from the original PlayStation. Which I thought that was pretty cool. Like, not a lot of people have heard about Tomb Raider. Except for one of my favorite Sonic players, Supergirl Kells. She's a huge fan of Tomb Raider. And they're remastering the first 3 games, as well as a toggle, which you can actually play either the remastered version or the original version. So you can still have those good old-fashioned triangle tits. Wait a second. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? Oh my god. We found another one, boys. We found another one. Holy shit. I've been actually searching for this one back in Sun and Moon. I've been actually searching for this one for a long time. all the way back in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. A shiny Grubbin. Are you kidding me? That's like 3 in one session. I just don't want to hit it because it's too small. Although maybe my other Pokemon can probably weaken it. Oh. Hey, let's go. Oh my god, really? My 3rd shiny in this one session. I knew that color was different. Okay, let's give it a nickname, shall we? I usually talk to my sister Amanda about this kind of stuff, and she really loves Charjabug so much. But I've also never had a shiny Vikavolt before. So I'm wondering, because I have a suggestion for it. I'm just going to name it... Whoops. I'm just going to name it Beep Beep. Because that's the kind of sound it makes for Charjabug. So maybe I can have it as a Charjabug instead. And then if I ever wanted to find another shiny Grubbin, I can use that for Vikavolt. It does go beep beep. That is adorable. I've got a little beep beep. Oh my god, that's adorable. I'm keeping it as Charjabug. Holy shit. Yeah, I'm good. Right, what was I talking about again? Oh yeah, triangle tits. But yeah, I'm actually looking forward to that one too. So the 4th remaster that they brought out was Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon. Yeah, it was Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon, but they actually retitled it into called Luigi's Mansion 2 HD. I take it just because they wanted to keep the lineup of Luigi's Mansion games consistent. So like they have Luigi's Mansion, which for some reason, like, I don't know why they reported it for the 3DS when the Switch was right there. And now they have Luigi's Mansion 3. So I guess they wanted to take out the Dark Moon title. Which is fair. Like Luigi's Mansion 2 HD, that is a bit of a ring to its consistency. I'm looking forward to wanting to play that again, like just to look at the HD graphics on it. And they've also added multiplayer into it, just like they did with 3 and actually 1. They've actually done it with 1 as well. So then, the 5th one was probably the biggest reveal of them all, of the entire Direct. And I kid you not, I did not expect this to happen. And this was their last game they announced in the presentation. Paper Mario, The 1,000-Year Door, remastered. It is literally 1-to-1 the entire Paper Mario 2 game with updated graphics. The one thing I did notice that I didn't even notice that before, but now that I see it from like, I guess it was like Color Splash or Origami King, Paper Mario had like this huge white outline, which was actually not that appealing to people. But they took that out. And now it's actually a really nice looking old Paper Mario game for the Switch that's coming out next year. As a matter of fact, I think Luigi's Mansion 2 is actually going to come out next summer. Which I'm just like, wow. is it really going to take that freaking long to bring out a port or like a remaster of an old game for the 3DS? And I'm thinking like maybe this is just for the online stuff. Like you can probably see that it was running at a low frame for the other characters or like the other players. So maybe they have some tweaks to take care of before it can actually come out. They still have that little bit of detail, don't they? We got nose pass and they're pointing north, as they always do. They're a compass Pokemon. Oh, I accidentally clicked on the Terror Raid. That was a Mineana. Although I think I should actually be looking up the rest of the directs. There was some, there's some stuff that I do remember, but I feel like I should be finding all of them. And yeah, you know how is this a little trend for the past couple of years? Like it can't be a Nintendo Direct without a farming game. There was only one. There was only one farming game that was announced this time around. I'm just like, oh, well, that's it? Nothing else? Here we go. Splatoon 3, Mario vs. Donkey Kong, Prince of Persia, The Lost Crown. I've never actually played a single or have even heard of playing a Prince of Persia game. The only time I remember Prince of Persia was when I watched the movie with, what was it, Gerald Butler. And that's the only time I remembered. The only time. Horizon Chase 2, Super Crazy Rhythm Castle. Oh yeah. So Spy Family is getting a video game. And yeah, it's not what I was expecting. It only just plays you, lets you play as Anya, the little kid. But it doesn't have you play the frickin' mom and dad who are like a frickin' spy and an assassin. They can't let you play those characters, but they have you play as a little kid. And they have a dog too, so I'm pretty sure this happens after the second season, which I still feel like we should be watching the next season, but I'm pretty sure I might as well just watch it on my own. Much like how I've been doing with like other shows, like I still have Sonic Prime to watch. In fact, they've just announced season 3 of Sonic Prime. And not only that, we've been starting to watch on the One Piece live action series. It's actually so fucking good. It's actually so good. And Amanda's already seen the entirety of it. And she thinks it's really good. Coming from her as a huge One Piece fan. And I actually can't wait to see the rest of the show. And they've actually just announced season 2. And they've been speculating on planning to do at least 6 to 12 seasons. Because that freaking live action series actually became like #1 on Netflix for weeks. It was actually like the highest viewing series, like the highest fast viewing series on Netflix of all time. Which is crazy to think about. But yeah, Spy Family is also another one I need to continue watching. Satoru, the festival boy. Friggin' nose pass. Spy X Anya, Operation Memories. It's just having you play as Anya, having like best moments, best times together. I'm gonna go to the list that I made. I think it was under this spreadsheet. No, that's the games that I need to grab. Oh yeah, here it is. Movies and shows. Sonic Prime, I need to continue season 2. Steven Universe, I need to continue season 2. It was around that time too where I had that attack. It kind of felt like the colors were messing me up. But I'm feeling fine. And I still need to continue that show. Daredevil, I've only watched the first 2 episodes with Sam at Fan Expo, and it was actually pretty interesting. And I'll need to continue watching that. And my stepdad was actually telling me that I need to watch 3 other shows that tie in with Daredevil, like Agent Carter's one of them. Yeah, I'm definitely going to need to, wait, what was it going to take out? I think it was a grass type. It was like Agent Carter. I know She-Hulk wasn't one of them. Beep, beep. Oh yeah, it was. It was Nuzleaf. That's actually good because I have bug types. I can use bug types for a type 4, times 4 advantage. Look at the little beep beep. It's so cute. So cute, little beep beep. Such an adorable face. Oh, I gotta help my Pokemon grow too, huh? Sure you do, kid. But yeah, I have to watch Daredevil with a few other shows. Agent Carter, wasn't the other one, what was it, Iron Fist or something like that? I think that was another one. I have to remember what they were. I thought that was a shiny for a second. I mean, if you want to give me another shiny, give me Orthworm. I could get an Orthworm shiny. Just give me one. The others were Star Wars Clone Wars because I was trying to marathon the entire Star Wars series. And I stopped at that show. Because I still have yet to see The Rise of Skywalker. I stopped at The Last Jedi because of the whole discourse being like, oh, Disney is ruining Star Wars and shit like that. I just don't care. Game of Thrones, so yeah, just Game of Thrones, like I still have the last season to watch, and hearing stuff about that just leaves me a bad taste in my mouth, wanting to finish it. Like I would either just leave that unfinished or actually just finish the fight. Pokemon, I still have those episodes to watch. There's still like the X and Y saga that I'm on. One Piece, yep. Sonic Set AM. Nimona, I wanted to see Nimona. Not Pokemon Nimona. There's actually a Netflix film that is an animated film that's actually some of my friends that I used to work with worked on it. And it's actually really well animated. Cowboy Bebop, Spy Family, The Last of Us, the HBO series, and the Uncharted movie. I should probably add Lupin the Third into that list. I've wanted to see that show because me and my friends and Amanda, we watched one of the films. Unfortunately, it was like English dubbed, but it was actually not bad English dub. And I've always wanted to like find out about that series. It was so interesting.